All right, so if Keiichi Maebara is Satoshi, then how is Rena also still Satoshi? How does trans Rena theory still win here?
Who isn't Satoshi at this rate?
Right? Everyone, it's a Spartacus thing.
Everyone who's not dead.
Huh?
Everyone who's not dead might be Satoshi. There's only one way to be sure someone's not Satoshi.
Right. That's exactly right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm convincing myself more and more that Keiichi is somehow Satoshi. I don't know if this is good or sane or not, but let's see the end of this chapter. Just get me out of here, man. My head was pounding. The sky was bright. It was cold, too. It hurt. Each sensation I felt led to a new and different one awakening. When I came to, I was lying face first on a dry riverbed. A few body parts hurt a lot. The skin over a bunch of my joints was turned blue or red or oozing blood. I could tell it was my bones that were in pain from the agony I felt whenever I moved. I looked up and saw how high the bridge from which I had fallen was. Considering I dropped from there, it was a miracle I could open my eyes again. Right next to me was a broken, upside-down car seat, which I guess some pranksters had brought here. Maybe this thing had been conveniently lying right under me, allowing me to escape instant death. Miraculous. Of course, I didn't know whether this miracle was fortunate or unfortunate. I failed to die, and now was still stuck in this insane world. Mio having to quickly get rid of the car seat that has all the blood over it. Hut! How long had I been unconscious for? The sun was high in the sky, so it looked like only 1 or 2 hours had passed. But my body's sluggishness didn't make it feel at all like such a short time had gone by. Mentally, it felt like I'd been deep asleep here for a decade. Oh! The more feeling returned to my body, the more the pain flooded in. It hurt so much it would have been better to not have woken up at all. I needed to get to a doctor. Yeah, to Coach's clinic. The term Coach's clinic brought memories back one after another. Memories I wish I hadn't recalled. Sadako was no longer on the bridge. She would have returned to Hidemizawa by now. And she would put on some clothes, go to the clinic, get a checkup, and report on how crazy I had seemed. The police were waiting for me, without a doubt. This time they'd find out for real that I killed your uncle and arrest me. They'd just send me to a mental institution like I thought they might. Still, I didn't care which it was. Please, just someone stop all this pain. You can boil me or cook me after that, whatever you want. I began to walk unsteadily, just limping along. I went downstream, and then through an animal trail-like path in the woods. I walked haphazardly, searching for a path I knew. Eventually, I finally came across a familiar road, and set off toward the clinic. Not to my house, but to the clinic, which had treated me like a lunatic. It was hot and humid. There was no wind, and the air was stagnant. For a while now, I'd been smelling the terrible stench of burned eggs, and it made my face scrunch up. And then at last I noticed something. I couldn't hear any of the cicadas. It was the first time I'd heard Hidemizawa be so utterly silent. And I thought back. It seemed like birds always chirped in the morning. Cicadas always cried loudly in the afternoon, and Higurashi always rose up in chorus in the evening. Always something to hear. Couldn't hear a single insect. The only thing I could hear was the rustling of the wind brushing the treetops. I'd never experienced this sort of quiet before. Even the only sound coming from the trees lacked life somehow. The trees were yellow, and many leaves were spread on the ground despite it being too early for autumn. Even the weeds that had been growing up so persistently at the side of the road had yellowed, browned, and lost their vigor. Only the sunlight itself was of the June Hinamizawa I knew. And yet, it seemed like the seasons had switched all of a sudden. Looking at the fallen leaves and rotting weeds led me to spot a few small insects turned on their backs. They weren't moving at all. They were corpses. I looked closer to see insect corpses scattered all around, like a child had collected them as samples and strewn them about. This stench. What was it? It was terrible, like burned eggs, combined with all the bug corpses and leaves falling from the trees in summer. Had someone sprayed herbicides or pesticides around here? Even at school, we apparently fumigate. They call it pest disinfection or something, once or twice a year. I hadn't run into anyone, despite how bright it was outside. It was mid-afternoon, and yet it felt like I were sauntering about at midnight. Well, with this smell, no one would want to be walking around outside. Just what is all this anyway? There was no sound, no noise, not even a breath. Hinamizawa was silent. The school would come right into view after turning this corner, and yet I couldn't hear any commotion at all. None of the shouts or grunts that children always made. It was simply quiet. Just as pretending to ignore the silence had grown intolerable, I saw the school. And finally I heard something. It was the sound of a few trucks. There were a few very tall trucks parked in the schoolyard idling. About 10 workers in raincoats were unloading things from their trunks. It was hot and humid even in my casual clothing. I couldn't imagine how unbearable that must have been. And then I remembered. Our school was rented from the Forest Service field office building, wasn't it? It wasn't strange at all for Forest Service trucks to do some kind of work in the schoolyard. Besides, what do forest rangers do anyway? Felt bad for them having to work in such heat, and with such a stench about. They were taking colorful cargo out of the truck and lining it up in the schoolyard. There were containers, fairly large ones, inside multicolored patchwork bags. Heavy, too. They were being carried in pairs. They lined them up very neatly, like tuna at a riverside fish market. Several dozens, hundreds of tuna were completely filling the fairly wide schoolyard up. Forgot my pain for a little while, captivated by this big forest ranger job I'd never seen before. And as I stood there watching in a daze, the people in raincoats working on the other side noticed me. One of them pointed me out, and they shouted a few things back and forth. I thought they might yell at me for getting in their way, so I decided to leave post-haste. But then 2 trucks drove up behind me. I stepped aside as they entered the schoolyard. Sheets covered their trunks, but I could tell they were completely full. And as they passed, there was an awful smell that made me want to choke. It wasn't the same burned egg smell as before, but an even worse one, like rotten crab meat. What on earth was it? I'd been enshrouded in one terrible stench after another all day. Then certain white letters emblazoned on the side of the passing trucks caught my eye. Ground Self-Defense Forces. What? Self-defense forces? Like the army? Why was the army in the schoolyard?
Hey, you! Where'd you come from?
Suddenly, someone slapped me on the shoulders from behind. I turned around and a canopied SDF Jeep was parked there. The SDF person had a green raincoat on and a gas mask like in the movies, carrying a compressed air cylinder. He didn't look normal. There wasn't an inch of exposed skin anywhere. Where did I... Oh. When I tried to talk, I stretched a wound on my head, made the SDF people exchange glances. I couldn't see their faces through their mask, but they seemed surprised.
Do you live in Hinamizawa? Can you tell us your name and address?
Yeah, sort of live here. My name is Keiichi Maebara. My address is redacted Hinamizawa Village in Shishibone. After seeing me tell them my name and address without hesitation, One of the SDF people watching from the Jeep started talking into the radio.
Base, do you read? Base, do you read? We have a 402. Survivor discovered. I repeat, we have a 402. We've found a survivor. He's in front of the Forest Service office. This is Base. We copy. Secure the survivor at once. What is his status? Healthy. Wounded all over, but not fatally. He can walk on his own. We'll send him to HQ for safety.
I was prepared to go along with the police, but the SDF, I couldn't help but think it seemed a little bit much. They urged me into the back of the Jeep. Then they told me to put on this gigantic gas mask. I did so, and one of the troops fiddled around with it, strapping it tightly to me. It was heavy and hard to see out of. Hot, difficult to breathe. Just looking at the world through the lenses made it lose its sense of reality. My breathing sounded like some giant monster through the mask. And at this point I had no idea what was happening. With much trepidation I asked the trooper adjusting my mask. Excuse me, has something happened here?
Where were you? What were you doing?
Hey, don't answer a question with more questions. I was the one asking you. I fell from a rope bridge way back in the mountains. I think I passed out on the riverbed. I don't actually know what day it is.
Today is June 22nd, 1983, Wednesday.
That surprised me. Sadako pushed me off the bridge on Tuesday the 21st. That meant I'd been asleep on the riverbed for an entire day? Forgive me for asking again, but did something happen? Why is the SDF here? Is this a drill? Had my question been that difficult for him? None of the troopers would answer me. The one on the driver's seat talking on his own radio turned on the vehicles, turned the dial, and some broadcast station or another came in. I started to listen to the voice of a radio announcer I was familiar with.
Was conducted at the Prime Minister's office in regards to questions from the press that the SDF not responding to the disaster promptly was directly related to this unprecedented, unheard-of catastrophe. Chief Cabinet Secretary Okuno had
This to say.
And so, I believe that once the SDF received the dispatch order from the prefectural governor, they responded promptly. According to him, the SDF was prompt to respond to the crisis after receiving their orders. He implied that it was the prefecture's responsibility for taking too long to comprehend the situation. When did the governor who requested the SDF's dispatch actually become aware of the outbreak of such an unprecedented catastrophe? And did he not invite further damage because of the time lost before he sent the request for disaster relief? In other words, because of the bureaucracy. We are awaiting further investigation into the matter. That was Mr. Okada reporting from the Prime Minister's official residence. At this point, we can take another look at the political response following this disaster.
In the middle of the night, between June 21st and June 22nd, a large-scale disaster broke out in Hinamizawa village, Shishibone. The details have not yet been investigated, but there was an eruption of volcanic gas from somewhere in the Hinamizawa area. The gas was relatively heavy, and as it spewed out, it began to flow. That flow went down along a small river and headed directly into Hinamizawa village. After a few hours, it had covered the entire region. It happened in the middle of the night, 2 to 4 a.m. Every home and household in the village was afflicted. With most of the residents asleep, it is thought that all died without noticing the crisis. The catastrophe striking in the middle of the night caused its detection to come too late, but there was still one small opportunity to have noticed it. 3 a.m. A news dealer shop in Okinomiya sent a vehicle carrying the morning newspaper to its branch office in Hinamizawa. Usually, the shop would be contacted upon the vehicle's arrival, but this morning it did not happen. The news dealer shop made repeated calls but got no response. The shopkeeper sent his eldest son to check on things, but they lost contact with him as well.
It is extremely regrettable. If they had contacted the police or fire department at this point, it is highly possible the situation would have turned out more positively. At the very least, it's possible that a portion of the village might have been saved from tragic annihilation.
Keiichi wished for this entire Hinamizawa to be gone, didn't he?
And it happened! Curse-killing chapter!
Yep. 6 a.m. Residents in areas in the same region began continuously calling 119 to report the smell of rotten eggs, dizziness, nausea, and headaches. Fire department received the same reports, all from the same confined region. Speculated a truck loaded with chemicals may have gotten into an accident and reported it to the local police. 6:30 a.m. Contact was lost with the patrol car on duty in the Hinamizawa area after the officer reported the smell of rotten eggs. Local police considered the possibility of a large-scale disaster involving highly lethal gas and reported it to the prefecture and prefectural police at 7:15 a.m. 8 a.m. The governor was traveling to nearby prefectures for inspection, so in accordance with regulations, the prefectural environmental disaster prevention chief was provisionally escalated to Director General and set up a disaster countermeasures office. However, without contacting the governor, the countermeasures came too late.
As has recently been pointed out by citizens groups, his trip with honorary Diet members to inspect other prefectures was based solely on good relations, and it's rumored they preoccupied themselves with a drinking party. Sources closer to him claimed the governor had been drinking all night and had gone to sleep in a drunken state. He was completely drunk when the environmental chief phoned him as well, and apparently he could not get him to pay any attention to the matter.
And so the authorities, in the hour or so it took for the governor to grasp the situation and sober up, did nothing but accumulate information.
Though not as extreme as the governor's case, the environmental chief who became director general in the governor's absence will likely also be questioned about his negligence. In addition, without any procedures in place on the prefecture's side that predicted catastrophes this massive, they would always react too late, and that ended up being fatal.
9:12 a.m. On the advice of the prefectural police, the governor requested a disaster relief mission from the SDF. By the time the chemical defense unit, equipped with the predictive equipment, arrived on the scene, 8 hours had already passed since the incident's outbreak.
Whatever the case may be, it was unfortunate that this happened while everyone was sleeping in the middle of the night. Had the same disaster occurred during the day, or even one Hinamizawa had serious insomnia, it likely would have been entirely different.
Wow. All households in Hinamizawa village region were wiped out. There were over 1,000 victims, and the SDF is still confirming the situation on the ground, but the results are predicted to only increase that number.
Here with us in the studio today is Dr. Fujiwara, a professor at Redacted University who is well acquainted with volcanic disasters. Doctor, can such a sudden and horrible outburst of poisonous gas actually happen?
It isn't all that unusual for this to happen around craters, at least. Japan is a volcanic nation, and so has many active volcanoes. There are always a danger of hazardous gas around any of these craters, and it's generally a rule among mountain climbers not to go near them.
Does this mean the rotten egg smell that visited Hinamizawa village was the normal sort of gas from volcanic craters?
Judging by how it smelled like rotten eggs, we think it was hydrogen sulfide, a gas seen particularly frequently in accidents compared to other volcanic gases. If it's dense, it becomes extremely dangerous.
Hinamizawa village is very far away from the craters of any volcanoes. Can hydrogen sulfide be generated even from a place not close to a crater?
I don't know all the details, so I can't say anything concrete, but in other countries there are records of gas eruptions due to the magma buildup under hot springs. It's an extremely rare event, but it is possible for such a thing to happen even in a region not near craters.
Thank you very much, Doctor. We appear to have an announcement from the Japan Defense Agency. Miss Morikawa, are you there?
Yes, I'm at the Japan Defense Agency. The agency has just made an announcement regarding the source of the Hinamizawa village gas disaster. Analysis from the Ground Self-Defense Force Department of Chemistry has found that the gas was a mixture of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide.
Miss Morikawa, do you know whether the gas is still erupting or spreading to nearby areas?
According to the SDF's 9th Division, who are currently engaged in a rescue operation at Hinamizawa village, the gas density is steadily decreasing. They've announced that the damage will not spread. However, it does not change the fact that surrounding areas are still in danger and very strict observation must be maintained.
That was Morikawa from the Japan Defense Agency. And now we have a report on the state of those who have been made to evacuate the Okinomiya area. Shimoshinozaki Elementary School is one of the evacuation sites, and we currently have a reporter on scene.
Wait, what? Inside the jeep, clamoring and bouncing along the rough road, none answered my muttered question. An unprecedented catastrophe had destroyed Hinamizawa in a single night. Where was Hinamizawa village, anyway? Someplace deep in the mountains, right? Names of places I heard about on the radio were always like that. They were all places I'd never heard of, much less knew the locations of. Wiped out. What does that even mean? Don't they usually say how many died and how many were injured? How many people were alive? Where did everyone evacuate to? Eventually, we came into view of Coach's clinic. For the first time, I saw the flag of Japan hanging on a pole outside. Japan's circular sun hung down as though exhausted. Many SDF tents were set up at the clinic's big parking lot. and many strict security vehicles were parked there as well. When they saw the jeep coming, men in wet clothing and gas masks came running out of the clinic, frantic, carrying a stretcher.
You're gonna be alright. How do you feel? Can you walk?
Yes, ow. Ow. And because of my ows, they forced me to lay in the stretcher anyway. People who seemed like doctors were looking at me and notifying others of my condition via radio.
Multiple wounds, high possibility of fractures and internal damage, large laceration in the head, pupils normal, but even without bleeding from the fundus, brain damage is still possible.
And then from the clinic entrance, people lying on stretchers were brought outside to replace me. Judging by their clothing, they were from Hinamizawa, and that's how I knew they were victims. They brought the stretchers in front of a truck. 2 troops holding shoulders and legs like some kind of baggage, picked them up and threw them into the trunk. Whoa. In the trunk of the truck were people's bodies piled in heaps. They were just like baggage, and that told me they were already nothing but shells. At that moment I remembered all those colorful sacks filling the trunks, and them lined up in the schoolyard like a fish market. Hundreds of empty shells. Corpses. 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 You jackasses! Don't just throw the victims in like that, they lived here! The troops carrying the sacks answered with a humble salute. The world didn't need this insane version of Hinamizawa. My final wish, again, it was granted. I did not understand anything anymore. None of it mattered. I wished I cursed and then it happened the next day. And please, tomorrow morning, just let me die. That insane night is still going on. Please, please end it already.
Hey, he's lost consciousness. Shout his name, quickly. Maebara-kun, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just blink. Maebara-kun, Maebara-kun, Maebara-kun.
Suddenly, the world didn't matter to me anymore. I wasn't interested in their cries.
His breathing stopped. Get his respiratory tract open. Use CPR. Make him live. Damn it. Damn it. No more. No more dead people. Nobody deserves to die. Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
I could hear the voice of a man crying and screaming in my ears. Nobody deserves to die. Those words came from his heart. They were so commonplace. And they soaked into my heart, too. Maybe it was a mistake to take someone's life, even if it was to save Sadako. If this is the price I had to pay, this horrible tragedy, then this is a little much, Oyashiro-sama. Why did you never punish me? Come to think of it, Sadako did say something. Oyashiro-sama's actual curse never goes for the target at first, but it kills everyone they love before that. Oyashiro-sama's curse. It was a convenient excuse I told myself at the very end, that it wasn't my curse that destroyed it, but Oyashiro-sama's. Given that I was in a stretcher, this next bit might have been obvious. But last of all, I realized one thing. Yeah. Today, I hadn't heard those footsteps following me. Not even once. And now I was liberated. As the cries of the Higurashi I couldn't have been hearing filled my mind, their tearful ensemble was the only funeral march I had. June 22nd, 1983, early morning. A widespread disaster occurred in Hinamizawa Village, Shishibone Redacted Prefecture. Volcanic gas, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide erupted from Onagafuchi Swamp, one of the Hinamizawa area's water sources, and spread through the entire village. There were 1,200 victims. 20 have gone missing. Catastrophe was unprecedented, forcing local governments to evacuate approximately 600,000 people. According to later investigations, magma pools and hot springs were uncovered directly under Onagafuchi Swamp. The gas that gushed from it was determined to be the cause of the disaster. In addition, directly after the incident broke out, many came forth claiming this disaster was a curse based in Hinamizawa village legends, first sparking a wave of chaos. There were apparently local legends of a curse spreading in miasma, destroying the village. And some scholars believe a similar gas disaster may have happened in the past and remained part of these legends. More extreme periodicals suggested this was an extension of the string of freak death incidents that had been happening in recent years in Hinamizawa village, stirring interest in theories about this curse of Oyashiro-sama. In addition, relatives of those in Hinamizawa village who had escaped the disaster complained of sickness afterwards and were hospitalized. Some of them even died of unknown causes, further encouraging such extreme opinions. On top of that, several relatives professing to be possessed by Oyashiro-sama's curse committed suicide in strange ways. And the impact of the disaster has had on the entire nation can no longer be ignored. Wild visions of terrible toxic gas sneaking around in the middle of the night, killing people spilled across the country, causing a steady stream of people complaining of insomnia, difficulty breathing, headache, dizziness, and so on. Some who identified themselves as being obsessed by it began doing odd things. Most of these were mistakenly attributed by the tabloid press. But afterwards, some even began to call the mental issues arising from the Hinamizawa tragedy the Hinamizawa syndrome. The Hinamizawa village region, the object of all kinds of rumors and speculation, is currently closed off, and even flying overhead is prohibited. The prohibition was at one point undone as a result of decrease in gas's density, but that autumn another gas burst was confirmed, leading to the area being cordoned off again. Word is that the area is sound asleep, all traces of its former life intact and left to rot. Only one survivor remains, Keiichi Maebara, age redacted, who lived at blank Hinamizawa village. At the time of rescue, he had some trouble breathing due to fluid buildup in his lungs, but as a result of life-saving procedures, he was kept alive. He is currently in a general hospital somewhere in the prefecture. The press have been asking for him for some time, but all interviews are being refused. What did he see in Hinamizawa? What happened between June 21st and June 22nd in Hinamizawa village? Today he remains silent, unwilling to speak of it. Oh, there was stuff written there.
Yeah, I gotta see what that is. We gotta go back and pause.
Oh god, okay, all of this. Jiro Tomatake, real name unknown, possibly committed suicide. Mio Takano, strangled to death in the mountains. Kurata Oishi went missing during investigation. Katsuya Kumatini went missing. Iride, possibly murdered at the shrine.
Wait, who is Katsuya whoever? Who
we
is
heard
that?
them one point. Fucking hell.
Whoops, there goes all of Keiichi's friends.
Jesus Christ. Shion committed... Keiichi also attempted suicide. God, okay, hold on. I'm gonna need to take a moment to go... Because what's happening is a lot's going by all at once. And a lot of it is written in that same kind of, like, not quite lined up properly text.
Yeah.
Which isn't hard to read, but I can't read it all this quickly while it's moving by. So what I'd like to do, because all this does seem important. I don't know if we'll do it now or at the later in this episode or whatever. I want to just kind of take the recording of this, pause and scroll through it and read all this one bit by bit, if that's cool with you.
All right.
For those of you watching, it'll either be later in this episode or in another one. I don't know. We've got a tea party still, right?
Yeah.
June redacted 2003.
Yeah?
Fuck me sideways with a hammer. What do you want from me?
You weren't ready for the time skip? Of course there was going to be a time skip. It was so obvious from all of the clues that there would be a time skip.
Shut the hell up. I love you.
I love you too.
An elderly couple living in Osaka Prefecture discovered a cassette tape while organizing the possessions of their son who passed away 8 years ago. So that would have been in 1995. Their son went missing when his fishing boat capsized in 1995. He was 47 at the time of his death. So in 1983, he would have been 35.
Probably.
8 years later, in 2003, they began to organize their son's remains in order to organize their minds, and came across the cassette tape in question. From 1975 to 1989, the deceased had experienced working as a journalist for a photography periodical, and this tape is thought to have been created during that time. The label on the tape read, 11/28/1983, Keiichi Maebara. It's thought the tape was recorded during an interview with Keiichi Maebara, the only survivor of the great Hinamizawa disaster that occurred in June of 1983. As the only person who lived through the disaster on the night of June 21st, shrouded in mystery, many interested parties attempted to question him, but he never once spoke physically to anyone in a public space. Therefore, the tape caused quite a stir, possibly being of extremely high value. Click. It's really hard to talk about stuff when I'm being recorded.
Please, don't worry about it. Here, it won't be a problem if I do this, right?
After this, the sound quality dramatically decreases. Did he cover the recording device with something?
Let's get started. Here's my first question. Keiichi-kun, where were you the night of the great disaster?
I had gone behind the shrine, then took a path through the woods for a while. There's a rope bridge there, a little while before you get into the mountains. I fell from there and lost consciousness.
Did this happen during the night of the disaster, between the 21st and the 22nd?
No, it was the morning of the 21st on Tuesday. Which means I woke up the afternoon of the next day. I think I was out for a day and a half.
Why on earth were you there? I mean, I'm sure everyone wants to know, but the bridge you fell from that day, a weekday I might add, was quite far from both your house and the school, wasn't it? Speaking frankly, there were some who say you knew of the great disaster beforehand and fell from the rope bridge as you were trying to flee the village.
This isn't a joke. Please don't be so arbitrary about this.
I think it's a terrible thing to say, too. Please don't be offended. Anyway, about the rope bridge you fell from, it was right here on the map, right? The rope bridge beyond the back of the shrine and through the path in the woods.
Probably. I never went over there, so I can't say for sure.
I guess I just want to know why you were out somewhere you'd never been before on a weekday morning. And then, well, about the riverbed you fell unconscious on, have you heard the rumors about that being impossible?
Impossible, huh? That word again. Again and again. For a little while, Keiichi Maebara mutters the word impossible several times. Why would it be impossible?
You know how the volcanic gas originated in the Onigafuchi swamp. Some scholars did some pretty delicate simulations and modeling and discovered something very interesting. The volcanic gas was heavier than the air, so it went along the ground, flowing into lower and lower places, kind of like what water does. And with Onigafuchi Swamp as its source, they were able to test how much time it would take for the gas to erupt and spread across the whole village. So, well, that riverbed you were unconscious on, the gas, it would have flowed down there.
I don't really understand what you're getting at.
In other words, if you were really passed out on that riverbed, you would have been in the middle of all the toxic gas that was spreading everywhere that night. That means there was no chance you could have been passed out there. Allow me to be a little more frank. I think that maybe you might be telling a lie. During the Great Disaster, you were hiding in a safe place, keeping an eye out for when the gas got thinner, then reappeared and were secured by the SDF. How about that? Is that right on the mark?
For a short time, the journalist presses Keiichi Maebara further in a teasing way, but all that could be heard are heavy sighs. Even if that was the case, I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
What do you mean, wouldn't be surprised?
Was this recording really taken of Keiichi Maebara? Some harbor suspicions. You said it before, didn't you? That it was impossible? Impossible things happen in that Hinamizawa all the time. There are people who shouldn't be existing. Dead people end up alive. It's not really that unusual. Never thought I, of all people, would be asked to prove that I was still alive when I was supposed to have died. The journalist and Keiichi Maebara both laughed for a while. To verify its authenticity, I had the others in the Maebara family check the tapes with his voice in it. However, the sound was not clear, much time had passed, so the relatives I checked with couldn't remember what he sounded like. I was unable to gain positive proof it was actually his voice.
All right, then I'll change the subject. What do you think about the debate about whether this disaster was the curse, the 5th year of the serial freak death incidents in Hinamizawa?
I don't think it was. I was the curse that year, after all.
What do you mean?
What do I mean, I was just answering your question. Doubts also remain regarding the date 11/28 written on the tape. The curse, well, you probably won't believe me when I tell you this. I was the one who caused it. I was the one who wished for the whole village to die, and so it happened.
What an exciting story.
Exciting? Suppose you could call it that. After Keiichi Maebara's failed suicide attempt on a certain August day 2 months after the disaster, he was diagnosed with a mental disorder and transported to a treatment facility. I was the one who killed Takano-san and Coach and Oishi, too. At the time I had some kind of divine power. Suppose it was like footsteps.
Footsteps? Wait. What's that supposed to mean?
You. Have you never heard footsteps before? Tip, tap, click, click. Coo, 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 coo. The facility never allowed any news coverage, so it's extremely unlikely that a tape from the media dated after August 1983 would have his voice on it. Today, when you're walking around, try stopping suddenly. Something interesting will happen. Anyway, if you hear an extra footstep, even though you'd already stopped walking, you better be careful, you know.
Yes, I'll be careful.
Is what I'm saying really that funny to you? However, the reporter had been criticized for his forceful methods of collecting data while he was active, so there's a possibility he broke into the facility and forced Keiichi Maebara to talk. You've been doing nothing but laugh in my face this whole time. You're just like Coach, you know. You pretend to sympathize with me to listen to what I have to say, but your eyes are telling me you think I'm a lunatic.
That's not true.
No, I can tell. Your eyes are the same as Coach's. Is this truly Keiichi Maebara's voice? The authenticity of this recording is still wrapped in mystery. I never heard the footsteps again after that day, so I don't think I have that terrible power anymore. Perhaps right here, right now, I'll wish for you to die. I'll wish for your death for saying all these unpleasant things. This time, why don't I decide how you die? Takano-san was burned to death, so let's go with the opposite, with water. I hope you drown and die. How was that? "15 years after this tape was created, the reporter, just as Keiichi Maebara had predicted, died in an accident out on the sea. If I'm on top form like I was then, you'd die before tomorrow morning for sure, but now then, I wonder how many days it will take you to drown." Better be careful, you know. Don't go getting yourself killed by some stupid curse I put upon you, okay? The recording ends in the middle of Keiichi Maebara's laughter. And Keiichi Maebara. Late on the night of 11/30, 1983, 2 days after the interview, he suddenly died from a high fever, cause unknown. Records remain of the strange words he kept giving after pressing the call button on the day before he died. An extra set of footsteps.
Oh, it kills me how the left quotes are straight quotes and the right quotes are curly quotes for the wrong direction.
Yep.
Hey.
Well, fuck me sideways. What the hell do I make of any of that?
Good time was had by all.
Is like Hinamizawa village built on top of a caldera or something that they're not know about, and then like all of the activity that they were doing when they made the dam, did that like rustle up some pockets of gas that they didn't know about?
That'd suck.
That would suck. Huh. Well then. That's fun. Shall we do the all-cast review session?
Yeah.
Let's do that. That sounds fun.
Thank you very much for enjoying Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 3, Tatarigoroshi. How did you like it? It had a different sort of atmosphere than the previous chapters. I would be happy if you enjoyed it. A bad end again, the type which we're so fond of, huh? Personally, I wanted to get a scene of the gas coming in. The villagers spasming and foaming at the mouth one by one before dying. Do you all think so too?
What? Of course I don't think so. Again! It happened again!
A huge bad end. Huh? Mi-chan, you sure seem happy about the bad end. Well, it's more like all we can honestly do at this point is laugh. We're all dead.
Terrible endings have been escalated through each chapter, and it finally reached a culmination, I suppose.
Everyone died together as friends. As friends, Nipa. I guess you could say that. I die every time, though, and I'm a little tired of it. It would be nice to have an ending where I didn't die once in a while. Tomitake-san, you're kind of like a time signal. When you die, it's like, oh, we're in the second half now. Kinda. Okay, now here are our guests that debuted in this chapter. Everyone give a big round of applause. First is Coach Irie Kyosuke-san. I'm honored to have your introduction. Hello there. I was a minor character, but having a full portrait like this makes me feel really important.
Not just a full portrait, 3 fucking outfits!
At least.
True, isn't it? Yeah, too many appearances, too much dialogue, too strong a role for a minor character.
I don't know how much I'll get to appear from here on, so please root for me. Thank you very much. Next up is our teacher, Chie-sensei.
Oh, was this the chapter where she got her,
We saw her sprite in previous chapters.
Yeah, but was it,
didn't we?
like, retroactively yet?
Oh, maybe.
Hello there, everyone. I've appeared in various scenes, and this time I was given that memorable scene, the Curry Showdown. I just can't forgive those who would slight Curry.
Yes, I wonder. Oh, someone give Chie-sensei a seat, please. Didn't the Curry Showdown not happen in this chapter?
Oh no, they were slandering Curry.
Yeah. Didn't the Curry Showdown happen in chapter 2?
No, them going up to Chie-sensei and saying, you're a curry-smelling old hag who will never get a date.
Right. Sadako walking up with laser-targeted precision, annihilating Chie-sensei's entire personhood.
Right.
Okay, now everybody's here. Rena, you can do the honors again. Okay, everyone, please pick up the cup nearest to you on your table. There are plenty of different drinks.
Why does mine smell like bourbon?
As a treat.
These after-parties sure have gotten really lively. How many do we have here now? Including us, I believe there are about 10 people.
Now we finally have the same number of minors and adults. We can all drink without being ashamed. Speaking of beer, how is it that something so delicious when cold turns so bad when warm? One of the 7 wonders of the world, I say.
Oh, I do wonder why.
Okay, I'll pour some beer.
You say taking a sip of your beer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 adults here. Meep, I would like the foamy barley tea as well. Rika-chan, you can't drink.
I can if I smile enough.
Anyway, Renaissance, let's get this moving.
Well, okay. Can I have everyone's attention, please?
All right, everyone. Excellent work on the Tatarigoroshi chapter. Cheers!
Cheers!
Yay! Clap, 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 clap. Well, alright then. Let's get down to our traditional plot discussion.
Still, though, this chapter just confused us yet again. Well, if anyone has an opinion, please raise your hand. Wow, everyone's being so discreet. No hands. Then why don't I break the ice? Oh, excuse me. Could you change the music, please? To something a little more mysterious.
God damn it, she's so extra she changes the BGM.
Yeah, that's good.
I knew there was a reason you're my favorite, you little shit.
The mood has been set.
Oh wait, so Rika has the aux cable?
All right, Takano-san, take it away. I think that just by poring over the Higurashi story, the mystery won't be revealed. I know what you mean. Obviously, that's how the stories have been set up.
Something like that in particular?
I don't know if I'm right, but in Onikakushi, when Maebara-kun was eating in the restaurant with Oishi-san, Sonozaki-san found out, and it was a little mysterious then, right?
It was certainly mysterious just in Onikakushi, but after reading Watanagashi, a few things made a lot of sense.
When I mentioned a restaurant with cute uniforms during the story, it must have meant Angel Mall. And Angel Mall is owned by the Sonozaki family, so...
Someone who knew Kei-chan was there too, and told me. It actually makes a good amount of sense, right? In case you haven't picked this up by this point somehow.
I was gonna say, this doesn't feel like a revelation, but yeah, okay. Yeah, like, yeah, this is just what... We already came to this conclusion,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
That's what we mean. There are subtle differences in the Higurashi stories, but I think there are 3 facets that are the same for each. The character settings, for example. I was scary in Onikakushi, but that wasn't only because it was Onikakushi. It was because my character was the exact same in all 3 stories. Is that it? I agree with the characters being exactly the same. The most extreme case being me dying in the same way in the same place every time. No matter which story it is, you always die on the same day.
There's a scene where, during Watanagashi, Takano-san and Tomatake-san sneak into the ritual implement storehouse. The same scene may still have happened in the other stories, even though it was not portrayed. Yes. We've talked about all this still too, right?
I think so.
I think this is just RO7 trying to be like, hey, you know you've got more information, right? You gotta put it all together, bub.
I think it still happened.
And I would know, because it's mine.
I put up security cameras and shit. What do you think this is? It's 1980. You can do that now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Save for a few events, the weather the day of the festival, what we did in the club, and Sadako's uncle coming home, it's almost all the same.
Which means we have a bunch more questions now, don't we? The stories are told in exactly the same environment each time. Why do they end up being so different?
If we think from the perspective of a general adventure game in the suspense genre, sometimes the story branches depending on choices, right? Which choices did you make, reader? Hard mode story that branches based on the reader's choices, but it's not an interactive game.
I'm trying to think if that's been done, and if so, how?
So in Watanagashi, the point where you do or don't give the doll to my sister? An unavoidable bad end from a choice so early on. That's pretty scary.
Well, in Higurashi, maybe whether you decide to kill the uncle or not.
I think it was way before that. I think it branched back when the uncle's cohabitants disappeared because of some trouble, and he returned to Hinamizawa. Then what was the first branch in Onikakushi?
I think it was when I appeared and started talking about the serial freak death incidents related to Oyashiro-sama's curse.
You know, I just thought of something. Peter-san gave the doll to Mion-san, and if Oishi-san and my uncle hadn't appeared, would we not have spent our time in peace without anything happening?
I see. Sadako's gotten right to the point. You're right. You can say that again. Then maybe we should pray Oishi-san and her uncle don't show up in this dark story. And then if we can prevent Sonozaki-san from getting in a bad mood, everyone will be happy? Yay! Big sis, you're needed for the bad ending. Be careful, everyone. If you make my sister mad, you're sure to get a bad end. What are you saying? Shion! Next time, I'll make sure to be merciless in the pain I put you through. You can cry and apologize as much as you like, it won't work. Just you wait.
All right, good kayfabe, everyone. They'll never figure it out.
We can't solve any of the mysteries thus far, but we seem to have put together a plan for how to get the story to end happily. I wonder if that would really make us happy. Oishi-san and Teppei Hojo-san don't show up. Mion-san gets the doll. Is that all we have to make sure of? You're right, we're all forgetting the most important thing. Remember the great Hinamizawa disaster?
You cannot prevent natural disasters. Should we have everyone in the village put on gas masks and move away?
It's probably Oyashiro-sama's curse. So we need to make sure not to make Oyashiro-sama angry.
No. Well, this year's getting a little tricky now, ain't it? We mustn't anger Oyashiro-sama, eh? And what should we do in order to prevent that? The dam project itself is probably out of the question. Maybe if there was never a dam project in the first place.
That would be hard. If it didn't happen, we would need a ritual to quell Oyashiro-sama's anger. Sinking a sacrifice into the Onagafuchi swamp. A ritual sacrifice. A sacrifice? Who do we sacrifice? Come on, use your head. Someone who's destined to drop out from the story no matter what happens. If he's gonna die anyway, then we may as well have it help out Hinamizawa. When you say someone who drops out no matter what, you're talking about me, aren't you? I knew all along. I knew you had some very important role in this story, Jiro-san. We'll get you to play your part. And with that, we have a blueprint for getting a nice, happy, good ending, don't we? Let's give it a try since we have time. Everyone involved, come over here. First, we stop Uncle Hojo, whose lover ran out on him, from returning to Hinamizawa. Hiya, my name's Uncle Hojo. He has no portrait, so I'm standing in. I'm so lonely and blue because my lover ran away. Time to go back to Hinamizawa, lock up Sadako-chan, and raise her into a maidservant. Why don't I take my motorbike back? I'll just put in the key and click. Click?
Kaboom!
That's the problem.
Judgment Day!
Keiichi used a blunt instrument rather than learning to construct car bombs. It was that easy all along.
To ashes and dust you shall return.
Sadako-chan, don't you think this was a little too much gunpowder? I hope Coach is alright. Next, we stop Oishi from showing up.
Well, me this time? My name is Kuroda Oishi. A hot, good-looking middle-aged man who looks like a blues singer. Kaboom!
Meep, judgment for you. And lest we forget, a follow-up service for my sister. Come here, big sis. There's a cute little doll for you. Aw, how nice. Something about this just doesn't sit right with me. And finally, we must quell Oyashiro-sama's anger. Then will our last actor please come up?
Time fast, wrap him up and hang him. You'll sink for 3 days, right?
I'm not that patient. Let's just get it over with. And with that, the case has been closed.
Yay! The
Good
end!
Oh no, all of a sudden this arm of mine is glowing with an awesome power. This pile of corpses is a pretty big deal. Huh? It's the phone. Hello? Oh, Keiichi-kun, thanks for all your work.
Yeah, looks like you're all having a roaring old time. And yet here I am, busy reading the scenario for the next story. Whatever. I'm in a good mood today, so I'll let you off without any teasing. Is Shion there? Can you put her on?
What? You're gonna announce it here? I wanted to keep it secret for a while longer, but okay.
A secret between Shion-san and...
Smooth, Shion, smooth.
A secret between Shion-san and Keiichi-san.
What do you mean?
I got a third girlfriend. No one told me I had the first two.
Nobody told me about this. Nobody. Okay, Kei-chan, let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
The main character of the next story will be Shion Sonozaki. What?
Yes, so that's that. The one topping the popularity charts since her first appearance. The late appearing younger sister of twins being popular has been the pattern of things ever since the days of TH.
I have no idea what that means and it doesn't matter. Anyway, I've been fired from my main character post for once. The rumors are right, I might even get a portrait finally. Yoo-hoo!
Well, portraits of Kei-chan would be a big waste of disk space. If it couldn't all fit on one disk, there's a pretty high chance he'd be the first one dropped.
Hey!
You okay with this, Shion-san? The main character always meets some terrible fate in the end.
Well, until now. But that doesn't necessarily mean it'll happen next time. With Tatarigoroshi, we're already at the third game in the Higurashi When They Cry series. This first half presented a lot of strange and exciting mysteries, but starting next time, the mysteries will start to be solved in the second half, marking the start of the investigation arc. Temporary name. I think...
Name subject to change.
There's another one in the question arcs. I wonder if this was a thing that, like,
Maybe
changed and they decided to add another game.
Maybe? I don't know.
That means it'll be a thrilling story where I become a detective and solve all these crazy, unfair mysteries. You'd all better think up good signature phrases like, "You, sir, are the criminal." It won't happen. Never. You'll get too close to the three families' secrets, be imprisoned, and then get tormented. You're a shoo-in to meet a violent, unnatural death. Sis, I should say the same to you. Are you mentally prepared for me to see through all your mysteries and secrets, and then have you apologize to me and commit suicide? No chance of Oyashiro-sama's curse for me, is there? I was kind of hoping. I felt left out. Anyway, the new story to begin the second half, temporarily called Meakashi, or Eye-Opening, is currently undergoing diligent development. We should be able to unveil it to you all in the near future, so I hope you'll look forward to it. Onikakushi, Watanagashi, and Tatarigoroshi. What truths will you all come up with after reading these three stories? Or will you just come up with more questions instead of theories? Rena has no clue either. For all of you warriors who never yielded to these three mysteries and kept on fighting, we present you with one final scenario as thanks for your enthusiasm. One which we never originally planned on giving to you. Please enjoy it.
What? 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 I'm so confused.
Yeah?
What do you mean an extra scenario we never planned on giving to you? What?
I don't know. I wonder if that was like, oh, it originally wasn't going to have answer arcs, and like, oh, it was popular, so we're adding another arc.
Someone who knows more about this series will be able to clear it up for us, I'm sure. So here's the question then. Do I need to have my answers locked in before we go next time?
Absolutely not, no. There is another question arc, for sure.
Oh, okay. So so when we do the chapter 3 talk back, it's not lock them in and then we'll get answers. It's you've got one more to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, don't get complacent. There's still more shit to confuse you before we get to that point.
Awesome. I'm already thinking, like, do I have to look up stuff about volcanic activity and... God damn it. This fucking game. Oh, we still have a mini game to go, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that.
Me too.
Well, I guess we'll do that, and we'll also do the thing where we read some of the stuff in the credit sequence. All right, hey, everyone. So, this is a few minutes after we finished recording the rest of at the end of the after party in chapter 3. What we've done here is I've set up I set up OBS to record the VLC media player in which I'm actually playing back the raw video file from our last recording session, and we're just gonna like pause and skim through and read all the stuff so we can get it through there. The quality might be a bit crusty. The audio I might have to cut that out and replace it with something else. Just bear with us. It's crusty. We're fine though. All right. And since this seems like it's more Frederica Berncastle text, would you like to go ahead and read this?
Oh, sure. I made him seem like a very good person. I'll need to make him into a terrible criminal in the end.
The Great Hinamizawa Disaster in Memoriam List. 5-9 redacted Article 2:331 1984. Okay, so this is March of 1984.
Apparently, you're supposed to call disasters like the Great Wait, what?
The Great Hanshin
earthquake, severe disasters. Still, it's a terrifying operation plan. Though I guess sterilization operations are like this. I need to think hard so it's realistic.
Interesting. What an interesting little spin to put on this. Interesting. I don't know anything about the Great Hanshin earthquake.
Neither do I, but
neither do I, because I'm trying to think of like the most recent large-scale disasters I know of in Japan were the tsunami, right?
Mm-hmm.
From
the Great Hanshin earthquake happened in 95.
95, okay.
In Hyogo Prefecture.
So that means that this part here is being, like, in-universe is being written, at least in 1995. And I'm just going to hard assume this is Frederica Berncastle just from the state of the, the text here. So let's get a couple of them on screen, and then we'll read them a little bit at a time. How's that sound to you?
Sounds good.
Okay.
This text is so small.
I know. Would you want me to read it?
I think I can get it.
Okay.
A mysterious old man.
Oh, we want to read the name. I want to read the names.
Yeah.
And how they died and on the date, because those are also important. Jiro Tomatake, real name unknown, possibly committed suicide in the village on 6/19/1983. Investigation suspended.
A mysterious old man with the role of
an extra,
yet still popular. He won't be doing much for a while.
Really just a glorified extra, huh? It's interesting that they think possibly committed suicide, though. I wonder how they came to that conclusion.
They proposed that in chapter 1, remember?
Oh, right. Clawing out on throat was
Yeah.
the... Yeah.
They found his throat torn out and his own skin under his own fingernails and so on. And
Yep. Mio Takano, strangled to death in the mountains of Gifu on 6/19/1983. Body was found burnt to a crisp. Investigation continues.
I made this character seriously suspicious. Seems kind of like the last boss.
That fits.
Maybe she's...
Maybe she should.
Maybe she should be...
The one
The one to take the...
punches. The one to take the punches in the end.
The one to take the punches in the end. I need to make her so bad, even Coach would punch her. Maybe a full transformation in
The end.
is in order.
Interesting. So I like these notes because it implies a level of agency and authorship
Now
to-
the question
to how
is,
these events are portrayed.
the question is this in universe or is this Ryukishi 07's author notes?
Is RO7's author notes given the name Frederica Berncastle? That's an interesting question. Is how
To
I
be
took.
fair, this wasn't given the name Frederica Berncastle.
No, but it's given the exact same style of text. You know what I mean. Kurado Ooishi went missing during an investigation on 6/20/1983. Investigation continues. His death is one of the ones I am most confused about.
Yeah, we have
Because-
fucking nothing on that. What happened?
Yeah. Because a lot of the other deaths, I have some idea of like what might have been happening behind the scenes. I don't know what happened to Ooishi. I don't know what happened to Rika. I don't know what happened to Katsuya.
I remember who Katsuya is. It's Kuma-chan.
Oh, it's Kuma-chan.
Oishi's police buddy.
Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense then. And then I have no idea what was up with Coach. Those ones all seem way out of pocket for what I even have theories on at the moment.
Only those ones?
Yeah, the other ones, Takano and Tomatake, I feel like I had theories
Okay.
for.
And Rika?
I said Rika.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I
I
said
did-
Rika.
Sorry. My brain slid right over it. It was like more than 5 seconds ago.
That's fair. All right, so let's start with Oishi's notes.
A completely enigmatic man, though I'll admit he's convenient. Maybe he'll turn
Trustworthy.
trustworthy in the end after clearing up the misunderstandings.
And the same note is left for Katsuya Kumatani.
A completely enigmatic man, though I'll admit, yeah.
Yeah, that's the exact same.
Yep.
Interesting that the same notes for Oishi and Kuma, that both of them get the same notes. Now we got Kyosuke Irie, which is Coach.
Yep.
Possibly committed suicide in the clinic on 6/21/1983. Investigation suspended. The investigation continues for Mio, Oishi, and Kumatani, but it's suspended for everyone else we've seen. So the cops, their investigation continues. That makes sense. So that probably means they think they died outside of Hinamizawa or to a different cause.
Mm-hmm.
But Mio Takano's investigation continues as well. And that's funny because we're pretty sure that I'm pretty sure she fakes her death. So it's just interesting that some of these are continuing and some of them have been suspended. All right, why don't you hit us with coaches?
That'll be easy. I made him seem like a very good person. I'll need to make him into a terrible criminal in the end.
Oh.
Same text we've seen before a bunch of times.
I'll need to make him into a criminal in the end, huh? And what about Rika?
A convenient character who can't help but garner popularity. If Sadako doesn't get more popular with this, then she might not be able to make a comeback. Speaking of suffering, maybe Mion has it worse. Pained laugh. A mysterious girl, in a way. The incarnation of the curse theory?
Incarnation of the curse theory. Interesting. And it's also important to notice that whoever's taking the name Frederica Berncastle is very, very clearly taking at least part of that name from Rika. Ferude Rika. Right? Frederica, Ferude Rika. So it's really interesting that that name feels very provocative. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Assuming, again, that the notes are written by Frederica Berncastle. All right. Investigation suspended in that one as well. So those are all the people who died not from the gas disaster.
Yep.
Okay. So let's get a couple more on screen here.
Yep.
Hinamizawa Village gas disaster in memoriam list. Outbreak on 6/22/1983, recognized as a severe disaster under Article 27.
Apparently, you're supposed to call. Yep.
Okay, that's the earthquake thing again.
Yep.
Okay. Reina Ryugu, sorry. Legal name Reina Ryugu.
Who's that?
Is there
Who is that?
What? What do you mean who is that? Reina Ryugu?
I'm hearing the name of a person who doesn't exist.
Reina Ryugu.
Oh.
Sorry. You know what? Sorry for dead naming Reina. Sorry about that. So what happened with Reina?
Passed away in the Great Hinamizawa disaster. May she rest in peace.
Okay. And the same note is left for Mion Sonozaki
Yep.
and Oryo Sonozaki.
Sure is.
So Mion and her grandmama. Sadako Hojo went missing on 6/22/1983 during the Great Hinamizawa disaster.
Went missing during the Great Hinamizawa disaster.
And Teppei Hojo also went missing. And same note left under Teppei. That is... I still don't know how to feel about his body not being found.
And he went missing on the 22nd. So of course his body wasn't found,
That's
right?
fucked up.
If he went missing on the 22nd.
That's so fucked up.
He was here, so it's fine.
No, that's...
Sadako says he's here, so it's fine.
So all of this is compiled after the fact, right? So they're just using the data they had there. So... Of course they're going to get grouped in the same way. It's interesting that they never found the body for Sadako, though. Maybe
Yep.
she got out. And they never found the body for Teppei.
Yep.
So... Keiichi did bury it and forgot where he buried it, or I don't know, man. Help me out here. Let's go scroll through and get some stuff on the Maebaras here. All right. Ishiro Maebara died in a disaster. Yep. And he also gets the rest in peace.
Yep.
And so does Aiko Maebara. Those are the first time we've heard those names, isn't it?
Ichiro and Aiko are his dad and mom.
Aiko. Have we heard the name Aiko somewhere before?
Yes, but I forget where.
God damn it. I knew she was up to no good.
Wait, no. Not in this game. I thought you went somewhere before ever, like
okay.
in life. We have not heard the name Aiko in
Daiki
this game.
Tomita and Suguru Okamura.
Yep.
The two interchangeable kids that Keiichi bullies. Rumiko Chie. That's a great name. Died in an accident on 6/22/1983 while fleeing the Great Hinamizawa disaster. That's different. Can you read hers?
Went missing during the Great Hinamizawa disaster.
So she also got the went missing. But it's interesting that hers is different. She died in an accident while fleeing.
Yep.
That's interesting. That's different. Kishiro Kimiyoshi also passed away from the disaster. And Yukikazu Kameda. Wait, what? Why was he still there? Why was Kameda-kun there?
Wait.
What?
What? I forget who Kameda is.
The pitcher?
Oh.
What the fuck is he doing there? What? What the fuck? Who the fuck are you? Why are you here? Okay. And he also died while fleeing. All right, let's see here. And we got a couple more. There, let's get some on screen here.
Yep.
Tatsuyoshi Kasai. Did we ever hear that name before?
I don't remember.
I don't fucking know. Died at the victim's hospital on 8/11/1983.
We have. This is Shion's driver.
That's Shion's driver,
Kasai
Kasai.
is
Right,
the driver.
right. Okay. So he died at the victim's hospital later on. Got it. And what's his say?
I wonder if he really has a thing for Shion. That would be so cute if he did. Ah.
Why do we get the how? Damn it, Rena. That's creepy is what that is. Shion Sonozaki committed suicide at the victim's hospital. On 8/27/1983, investigation concluded. So Shion still commits suicide.
Yep. Much later, though.
Yeah. And what's her say?
The more minor of the twins always gets more popular. But to think it would still hold true. Maybe it's fate, or maybe coincidence. You're okay to think of Watanagashi considering... Wait, you're okay to think of Watanagashi considering the suicide, though? You're okay to think of Watanagashi considering the suicide, though?
Interesting. What was the other meaning for Watanagashi?
That was the cotton drifting, but also the gut spilling,
Interesting.
right?
Yep. Keiichi Maebara attempted suicide at the victim's hospital on 8/29/1983. So after Shion.
Did he just end up going crazy in the end? My condolences, I suppose. Keiichi really never dies in a good way. What?
Am I not allowed to
Am
laugh?
I not allowed to laugh?
Interesting. Am I not allowed to laugh? That sounds like the person who was interviewing him, almost. Diagnosed with a severe mental disorder due to the disaster and undergoing long-term treatment at a prefectural facility. Has refused all interview requests by the media and is living his days in peace.
Mental disorder? What? But with so many terrible things happening, people will break. You must never forget the feeling. Forget that feeling. We all live because we have a heart to live with. If we forget that, we are just living puppets. Remember you're alive and have a soul.
Interesting. And then we get to the actual credits here. What does this say at the top?
The more minor of the twins. That's the Shion text again.
That's the Shion text again?
Yeah.
Everyone loves Shion. Why does everyone love Shion? Higurashi When They Cry, serial murder novel number 3, Tatari Goroshi.
That's the Oishi text again in the first chunk.
Huh. Okay, and what about this?
I'm a little sleepy. Maybe I haven't been getting enough sleep. Getting enough. Sleeping and gaming with all my heart. Or maybe I just want to play Ragnarok online. Oh, Puritan. Ha ha. Moe.
Scenario Ryukishi 07.
Hello, I'm Ryukishi 07. It was a fierce battle this time, like it always is.
Partner in crime, Yatazukura.
You really did a good job this time. Let's put out these. Let's put out the best stuff. Brothers can manage.
Something like that. Okay, so this is framing it as RO7's notes. Okay. So maybe it's not fair to... So maybe that's like the disaster that was on his mind while he was writing this then.
Perhaps.
Ah!
Oh.
Well, it's fine. It doesn't show up that way when I'm doing it in the end, so...
Oh.
Yeah, do we want to read all of the...
Oh, do we? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, because this isn't details about the characters anymore. But... Let's see. Music and SFX.
The music studio.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, music for the music studio.
Wow. We're only midway through. I read that. They're only midway through, huh? Okay. So some interesting insight into the characters.
Yeah.
I am glad we went back and poked through that. That did feel worth it to me.
Yep.
I definitely want to look at some more of the Japanese government's response to that earthquake. Because if that was on RO7's mind while contriving this scenario, I bet he's got some opinions.
Were you Keiichi 07 being socially conscious about a real life event?
RO7 with opinions? Could never happen. Anyway, here's a mini game for you. Just when you thought we were done.
Are you ready for some
Oh god, that's loud.
unmissable story critical content?
Absolutely unmissable. DDDD is the one?
Yeah.
DDDDDDDDD. Yeah, okay. Are you sure you want to play DDD?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. Is it Sufi again? No, it's different. Devi Devil. These are Jack Frost.
They are.
That's Jack Frost.
Now you understand why these mini games can't be included
That's
with
Jack
future
Frost.
versions of this game.
That's Jack Frost and the different flavors of Jack Frost. That's not okay. Easy. Want to read the story? Yup. Rena's helping out at Angel Mort again.
Sadako and Rika-chan are both coming to help, so it's looking to be a great day. Oh no, not again.
Oh, Rena, it's terrible.
What's wrong, Sadako?
The Devi Devils are descending upon this diner.
Oh no, those devils will freeze this restaurant solid. We'll never serve another hot meal ever again. Frozen dinners for every meal are definitely not tasty. Sadako-chan, Rika-chan, let's teach these restaurant crashers a lesson.
Well, if we must, then we must.
Go, fight, and win!
Help Rena and Rika-chan knock out the advancing Devi Devils with the bouncing Sadako ball.
It's okay, I'm into it.
Lose all your Sadako balls or let the Devi Devils reach Rena and it's game over. Left click moves Rena up and Rika-chan down. Right click or press tab the instant you reflect a Sadako ball to use a special attack. Okay.
All right.
I think I understand. Oh, I see. Go, fight, win. Oh, shit. No! Wait, that one's just Black Frost. That doesn't count. And these are all the other flavors of Jack Frost that you get. I last saw them in Soul Hackers 2.
Ultra precision target shot.
No.
No.
No! Yeah!
This is so strange to control. You have to know this.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, off-brand breakout.
Breakout would be easier.
Ultra precision target shot.
All right, hold on.
Ruh-roh. Oh.
Ooh, at least the it's very generous about the. Warning! Uh-oh. Who are you?
The final boss, I suppose.
You're not a Jack Frost. What the heck are you?
Oh no, on your last Sadako. Freeze him.
No! No!
Ran out of Sadakos.
No! What? No, that's not fair. Wait, okay, so who... Rena lost. No! Okay, hold on. I could do this. I could do this. On the spot advice. Yes, please.
Rika-chan's on the spot advice. Rika-chan wants you. The Rika-chan fan club is now recruiting new members. Please come show your support. That's my advice.
Thanks!
Please go, fight, and win.
Can you look up who this other character is?
Yeah.
Because it's like... I don't recognize them from any Megami Tensei thing.
Yeah, they definitely aren't from one.
Sadako's just, I'm fine with this.
Being a projectile is fine, actually.
Oh. No! Alright, hold on. Alright, hold on. Come on, we got this. We got this, everyone. Hee-ho, motherfuckers. Oh, wait, you have to kill everything in the front row before it... That's...
Yep. That's brutal.
That's fucked up.
That is Princess Devilot from Cyberbots.
What the fuck is a Cyberbots?
A Capcom game of some sort.
Okay, so not an Atlas game.
Princess Devilot Day Death Satan the Ninth.
That's great name. No, that's a very RO7 name, though. I'm cool with this. Alright, come on, we got it this time. Boom, look at that. No, my Sadako ball! There we go. Ultra precision target shot. That's how you get rid of those last ones.
Yeah. But you lose a Sadako ball in the course of doing so.
I mean, better than losing. No!
How do you get more Sadakos again?
I don't remember. Thanks, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Get out of here, Black Frost.
What?
There we go.
Okay.
Warning!
Boss fight.
All right, here she comes. Let's do this.
Freeze him. Freeze him. Oh, you got froze.
No!
So it looks like you need to not stand in front of the frosts if you hit her. Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh.
How many times can
Game
I?
over.
Oh shit! No! Ah! This game is bullshit. It's bullshit, and it's not really in my control. Bullshit. All right, hold on.
I'm just impressed they built Breakout in a visual novel.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
built Breakout for certain values of built Breakout. Hold on. Oh no! I was about to say I'm getting better at this, but no, it's clear that I'm not. There we go. Get out of here. All right, now it's time for Blue Hawaiian Frost. All right, come on. No! I just love the wanton, like, oh yeah, these aren't our characters, but what the fuck you gonna do about it, huh? Sue me? Alright, get out of here.
Did you know that Rika has a different special attack?
I did, and I can't seem to get the correct...
Click timing?
It's more that, like, it's easier for me to move Rena than it is Rika. There we go. Get out of here. Oh, we saved it. Got him.
All right.
Now, how many times do I have to hit this lady
No
here?
idea.
Okay.
Could be 5, could be 10. Oh shit.
Oh no! Well, that was unfortunate. Go fight! Oh, I got it that time.
Oh shit.
No! All right, hold on, we're making progress.
Oh fuck. Woo!
Woohoo! Got him. Got him. What you gonna do about it, huh? Huh? Come on, Sadako. Yeah, what you gonna do? You can't freeze me now, can you, huh? Huh?
How much HP does this boss have?
I don't know. Do I have to defeat all 5 Jack Frosts?
Nope. Oh shit, dodge.
I'm dodging.
There we go.
Victory! Get out of here!
Being a projectile is fine, actually.
Great job. We defeated the encroachment of other IPs. Good job, Retta. I like the fucking Final Fantasy victory music here. Like, epilogue? I'm so glad I didn't give up on this. Who the hell are you?
Someone from Kimi ga Nozomu An from one of the earlier games from the studio that would later make Muv-Luv.
I see. Newsflash! Newsflash! Devilote has been defeated by Rena of Angel Mort.
So she beat Devilote, you say? Not half bad, Rena of Angel Mort, a fine challenger. Yet Angel Mort will bow down before the superior might of Sky Temple. Summon to me our Knights Templar, Mayu Mayu.
As you wish.
Enjoy your brief moment of peace, Rena.
What the hell is this? Is this fucking... Is this, Remelia Scarlet or something?
No, it's somebody else from Kimi ga Nozomu An.
To be continued? Something tells me I doubt it'll be continued.
So there is another minigame if you beat it on hard mode, but I think it's more of the same.
If I beat it on hard mode?
Yeah. Let me double check what it is.
How much am I willing to commit to this?
I know, right? How much are you willing to commit to this?
We beat the other ones on hard mode. Wait, no, it unlocked BBB.
Oh, it unlocked immediately. Okay, good.
All right, I'm glad I checked. Do you dare? Yeah. Time for Bad Boy Breakout. Let's choose just do easy again. Sure. This is a work of fiction. All characters and organizations appearing in the story are invented and unrelated to any real people or organizations. Like we said, under no circumstances does this have anything to do with the main story, and please disregard any similarities to the earlier minigame Devi Devi Devils. Okay. A certain month, day and time. Furude Shrine. Oh, what a lovely day. Oh no, Rena's here! Oh, hi, Rena. Sorry, but I can't give you those photographs.
Right. The photographs. I'd forgotten about those. Never mind that now. We're in trouble. Shion's taken over Angel Mort and declared that flatter-chested girls have to obey bigger-breasted girls. She's established a bustocracy.
Not a bustocracy! Oh no!
I managed to get away somehow, but she's caught Sadako and Rika-chan. Kei, please rescue them.
Well, since you use my super special nickname. What? Bustocracy? Disenfranchising flat-chested girls like Rika-chan and Sadako? Why, you Shion, let them go! You've gone too far this time, and I'm not about to let you have your way! Alright, Retta, I'll be sure to rescue Rika-chan and Sadako. Wait for me, Rika and Sadako, your big brother Kei is coming to save you! Ugh, but this is Shion we're talking about. I came here acting all tough, but considering how she's even able to lead Mion around by the nose, just how could I hope to oppose her? Wait, who?
This is going to be the Soul Brothers, but which one do we think is Oishi and which one do we think is
Wimpy line
Tomitake?
like that doesn't suit you, Kei.
That's right, Kei. The moment you lose heart, you've lost everything.
Hey, Tommy and Cloud! I forgot they...
We heard all about it from Rena.
Why treat us like strangers, Kei? After all, we're brothers of the soul. Soul
Brothers.
Though born far apart in time, we shall meet death together. Let us combine our powers and fight. Yeah, Tommy, Cloud, you're right. Nothing can compare to our mighty triad. All right, listen up, Shion. If we must chafe beneath the yoke of bustocracy, then yours will be the first pressed against the wall now that the revolution has come.
Why, hello, Mr. K. Goodness, you're out of breath. Is something wrong?
Your smile won't fool me today, Shion. I heard you've declared a bustocracy and are using it as justification for having your way with Rika-chan and Sadako. Now quit this foolishness and let those girls go.
Now, Mr. K, I'm afraid you're overreacting to this situation. And besides, you love big breasts, don't you? I kind of like you too, you know, so come over to my side and I'd be happy to let you cop a feel. How about it, Mr. K? Won't you cooperate with me?
Gives you a
The first choice point in Higurashi.
and it's does Keiichi cop a feel on Shion? No, we will not submit to the bustocracy. Ugh, it's true, I do like big breasts, I admit it. But look here, Shion. I may love big breasts, but I adore flat chests. Flat chests are nice too, you know. They have their own wonderful qualities. And so I find your oppression of flat chests by big breasts to be completely unforgivable. I knew you'd say that, Kay.
Well said, we agree.
Flat chest is also best. Now, Shion, I demand you dissolve this bustocracy and release Rika-chan and Sadako at once.
Do you now? Sure, you may try your best to depose me. However, do you really think you can manage that when you can't even defeat my sister?
Huh. Strong though you may be, it is nothing against the power of our souls united.
Well, in that case, I'll just have to call on my friends too. Hey, it's showtime, Mukuru.
Who the fuck are you?
What? This looks familiar.
I don't know this one.
This looks so familiar.
I've recognized exactly one of these so far. I feel like that in itself is a win. You know, like I feel like I get a little bit of credit for that, but who is this Mukuru?
Apparently from Utawarerumono?
I don't know what that one is. But apparently it's Shion's best friend in the whole world. Really? I choose to believe this means in canon Shion has a stuffed animal of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Little creature.
Absolutely. This kitty Mukuru may have odd markings, but he's my best friend in the whole world. He'll happily gobble up a human or two for my sake.
What the heck? That's supposed to be a cat? Forget the odd markings, since when do cats get that big? Just what do you mean by gobble up?
Well, do you still dare to defy me?
Bring it on, I say. I've dodged all of Rennett's punches, so there's no way that beast will get me. Tommy, Cloud, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. K-balls. We don't even...
Whoa. That's why it looked familiar.
Why did it look familiar?
It's Mukuru from Utawarerumono, which I don't know, drawn in the style of Maya the cat from Azumanga Daioh. So I was going to say something about this. I have seen a cat that looks almost exactly like this. It was Azumanga Daioh.
I see.
Haha, your attacks are futile.
That's a lot of futiles.
It can't be. All our attacks had perfect speed and timing. How could they be completely ineffective?
This is bad. At this rate, we're done for. Ugh, I'm too young to die. Oh no, that was Keiichi, wasn't it? I'm too young to die. Who is this?
Who the fuck is this?
I don't know. You want to take it?
Sure, Tommy, Cloud, Kay, why are true men like you giving in to such a simple challenge? Who in the world are you? They call me the man with the hands of a god. Dr. Eerie.
What the
Dr. Eerie?
So dumb.
But please call me Eerie for short. Now then, what are you three just standing there for? Get moving and fight.
Oh, but Eerie, none of our attacks work on her.
Listen up. You have forgotten something very important. When it rests, big breasts do nothing more than produce a large chest.
You want to try? When it rests.
However, if that girl should move up and down, her chest would end up moving in the opposite direction, courtesy of inertia, Newton's first law of motion. Girl jumps up, chest goes down. Girl comes down, chest bounces up. Up and down and up and down and up, down, up, down, up, down. That dynamism dazzles our eyes and excites us. Put simply, big boobs bounce. Having forgotten that, you had no way to win against Shion. It isn't enough for him to attack from the side. To beat the bust, you must strike vertically and shake things up.
So that's how. Thanks, Dr. Eerie.
Now I get it. Here's how it works. Left click at the moment the K-ball hits Shion to set the focus point. Then do another set to shake her vertically. The greater the distance between the two sets, the greater the tremor, and the greater the effect as well.
Oh, is this,
Okay, so we left click right when the K-ball hits Shion? Got it.
Also, firing off one of our special moves should do a set automatically. Let's get pumping.
But pay attention to how many balls are left, since there won't be a chance to add more when you lose one.
Roger that. All right, Tommy and Cloud, let's go. No way we're losing to you this time, Shion. Go, fight and win. So glad that we've made sure to...
Oh. Uh-oh.
No! Level 1, a shimmy! I see. No! Oh, it's so hard! Oh no! This is so hard. Why is it this hard to play not Breakout?
Uh-oh.
What are you talking about? What's the uh-oh for?
Game over.
All right. No, we got this. We got this. I believe in us. I believe in us. Ready, go! Aha! I'm getting better at dodging. It's just like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Alright. No! We've got another level 1 shimmy. That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, and now we're dead. That's fine. I wasn't ready for it. After the shimmy. All right, cool. We're safe. Level 3 shake. I like how it's just, what if we shake the screen vertically a bit? Thanks, Tommy and Cloud. Level 5, rattle! Scandalous.
Thanking my lucky stars that they hadn't invented jiggle physics in VNs yet.
Right? God damn.
Oh shit.
No! I didn't move! Am I dealing enough damage? I got a level 5 attack again. Is that enough? Have I won? Can we be done now?
Nope. But you can lose a K-ball. And dodge. Uh-oh.
Level 5
You're gonna have
rattle?
to dodge real far.
No, we won! Finally! Oh no! Epilogue?
Epilogue? No! Please forgive me.
Oh, how do you like that, Shion? Now, unless you want another jiggle fest, repeal this bustocracy and let Rika-chan and Sadako go free.
It's not like I wanted to do this. I had no choice. She made me do it.
Huh? You gotta be kidding, Shion. Just who in the world could order you around?
My. I wonder just how could they have forgotten about me? Wait, who's talking?
I don't know.
Who else would happen to lead a bustocracy? Surely not a little missy like her.
Oh no! It's... to be continued. Hi, Rika.
Sorry, but this is as far as the story goes. I stay caught until next time. Mew.
Absolutely vital content right
Yeah,
here.
unmissable story critical stuff.
How would you claim to have gotten the full Higurashi experience if you haven't played these? Truly. Wait, hold on. Did it unlock a third level?
I don't think so.
Okay, it did not. All right. Well, I'm not going to select a game. You can't make me. That was absolutely uncalled for.
Yeah.
And I feel like I need to go and, I don't know, I'd say bleach my eyeballs, but it's a little too late. Can I, I feel like maybe I should go to confession. Hi, yeah, long time, first time. I played the Higurashi mini games. Well, that's not so. For chapter 3. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there's a sin about that somewhere. But we'll see you all next time for chapter 4.
Peace, y'all.
And don't forget, your favorite visual novel of all time was written by this person right here. Never forget that.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.